Scenic Byway shares Gas Seneca and Hector Clean Water's vision for the Finger Lakes region and for Seneca Lake. And we wanted to gather together as business owners in support of the Scenic Byway.
Okay, any signs have to stay on this side of the asphalt where the fire trucks are parked.
If I see any signs, you guys will get arrested. This is a special event for the ceremony, for the byway. I appreciate what you said about it. I really thank you for that. But this is not the type of ceremony to do this. You did it. You did your thing. I appreciate it. But if you want to be guests, and some of you are stakeholders on this road, you are perfectly welcome. But no signs, please. Thank you.
But the signs can be...
They can be on this side of the road. You have been given permission by the fire department to protest over there.
Nibi wabo and Ion, Aki Miskwe Nibi wabo.
At this time, I'd like to take a few minutes to reflect on the byway effort. It was a beautiful September evening in 2002 when there was over 300 residents in the town of Hector who joined us at the fire company building. And they joined us in a community conversation. The topics that evening ranged everything from land planning and taxes, noise pollution and water quality, the speed limit on Route 414, and this topic called a scenic byway. For those of you who are involved in public and private endeavors, quite frankly, when you have a few people show up at a meeting, that's a big deal. And we had over 300 people show up because these topics were of such interest. I wasn't quite sure what it would take to grow and develop and foster a community grassroots effort, right? And the total amount of hours and coordination would be required. But quite frankly, as it turned out, I was a benefactor of someone who was going to be my mentor and a contributor to the effort. So the person we'd like to pay tribute to during this effort is Bruce Adams. Okay. For those who didn't know Bruce, he was from Hector and he lived in Hector most of his life. Okay. That phrase has deep meaning for people who are from Hector. That those roots run deep here, just like the grapes. So unfortunately, Bruce passed away this past June 12th. And quite frankly, today we're honored by the fact that his wife Marion is here, and his grandson Nick is here, and there are other members of his family. His roots run deep, and Marion and Bruce lived for a time in Painted Post while he worked as a scientist at Corning Incorporated. They moved back to Hector, where he lived until his passing. So today, I want to say thank you to Marion and to Bruce's entire family for sharing with us a man who demonstrated his commitment to community, the value of inclusiveness, and the dedication to preserving this region we call home, okay? And he did it through his actions and deeds. So I would like to extend a thank you to the entire community for your support, for this is your Scenic Byway. While the 200-page Byway nomination package has a number of goals and objectives, I want to leave this with you. The primary goal of the Seneca Lake Scenic Byway is to conserve and highlight the scenic beauty of the region through publicly endorsed and supported action plans. Okay? So, at this time, I would first like to invite Mr. David Seeley up here to share a message with us from the Governor.
Thank you, George. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. Congratulations to all involved. The folks driving down through the byway will see the sign and recognize they're in the byway, but I think all the people here forever will be the ones who knew the effort that it took to get this done, and so today is a celebration for you, and you have very much deserved it. You know, I spent time in Albany, and I always liked hearing about how other legislators across the state bragged about their the number of wineries they have in their regions, and I can only imagine that how many times Senator DeZolio, O'Mara, Assemblyman Friend, Palmisano have chuckled when their cohorts from Long Island have talked about how many wineries there are in the North Fork of Long Island, whereas you could drive about 3 miles, probably not even that, along 414 and hit just as many wineries on what will now be the Scenic Byway. The governor, since he came into office, has stressed us to realize the economic potential of the assets we have in our regions, and there's so much potential here, and this only helps. This is one piece of the puzzle. Last year, through working with the legislature, we strengthened the laws governing wineries in the state to allow them to grow and prosper. This year, we strengthened the laws governing beer producers so that our folks down the street at Wagner could grow and prosper. He's recognized the potential of heritage tourism and our natural history. All that is you won't find it better in Schuyler and Seneca counties. So again, this is one other piece of the puzzle. The governor could not be here today. He does send his regards. He was happy to sign this legislation into law. He did ask that I read the following message, which he signed yesterday, FedExed overnight. Dear friends, it is a pleasure to send greetings to everyone gathered for the ribbon-cutting ceremony of the Seneca Lake Scenic Byway. The Empire State is fortunate to be home of breathtakingly beautiful natural scenery from one end of our geography to the other. One such extraordinary corridor is the 18-mile stretch of New York State Route 414 connecting Watkins Glen, Hector, and Lodi. The Scenic Byways program and initiative of the New York State DOT is an effort to coordinate a region's historic, cultural, and recreational resources to better spark local tourism and economic growth. I was happy to sign the legislation that officially designates Route 414 as a scenic byway, enabling those panoramic views of Seneca Lake and the diverse heritage of agricultural vitality to strengthen regional tourism. Much time and effort has gone into this project, and on behalf of all New Yorkers, I commend the combined efforts of the Scenic Byway Committee, Senators DeZolio and O'Mara, Assemblyman Kolb, Friend, and Palmisano, and everyone affiliated with what I am certain will be a tremendous success for Schuyler and Seneca counties. With warmest regards and best wishes for an enjoyable ceremony, sincerely signed, Andrew Cuomo. So, on behalf of the governor, to George and all involved, congratulations. Even on a gloomy day, it's a beautiful day here, and have a wonderful day. Godspeed. Thank you.
Thank you, David. So I did it again. I do it all the time. For those who don't know me, my assumption is that I get around enough, and I get around in all the best ways, that I'm George Kellogg and am a director on the Scenic Byways Committee, okay? So those who don't know me, hi. So at this time, it's my honor to introduce two of the sponsors of the bill, and I'll let them introduce the others. So New York State Senators DeZolio and O'Mara. As sponsors of legislation, quite frankly, they've worked tirelessly to make this thing happen. And through their service, they have strongly supported efforts to increase the tourism in our region. And they've been advocates for programs that promote all our state has to offer. So we're honored at this time that they could take time out of their busy schedule to be with us today, Senators DeZolio and O'Mara.
Thank you very much, George, and thanks to you and to the Board of Directors of the Scenic Byway for your tireless efforts, your vision, your foresight, your hard work in making this happen. Let's give the Board of Directors a round of applause for their efforts. I'm Senator Mike Nozzolio. I'm proud to stand here with my colleague and good friend, Senator Tom O'Mara, as we kick off this very joyous occasion. An occasion that I wish to thank the family of Bruce Adams and thank them very much for his vision, his understanding, and his love of this area. I'm from Seneca County, born and raised there, and I can tell you every time I travel away, I try to use every excuse to come back on Route 414 because it has that awe factor. No matter where you are, no matter where across the United States you may travel, coming home, you know you're home when you see this jewel. And it's a jewel that is in the crown of the Finger Lakes, but a jewel that we need to continue to promote. I believe it's the most impressive scenic site anywhere, if not the nation, the world, frankly. I also wish to give special thanks to the legislators from Seneca County who worked very hard on this effort. The supervisor from the town of Lodi, Lee Davidson, the mayor of Lodi, Fran Stevenson, and especially the former supervisor of Lodi, Barry O'Neill, who was very committed to this project from day one, and it was your persistence that helped it make it happen. So thank you and congratulations to you. Last but not least, I want to thank my colleague, my partner in the Senate in making this happen, and Tom O'Mara. Tom was a great sponsor, one who worked hard to see this happen, one who shares our hope for the future of the Finger Lakes. Let me just add, at the northern part of this lake, in just a few short months, we'll be seeing established in Geneva the Viticulture Center that will help grow the wine industry in training the workers to be productive and to be the class of winemaking any place in the world. The Viticulture Center is sponsored in joint partnership with the Finger Lakes Community College and Cornell University. Located on the situs of the Cornell Experiment Station in Geneva. Will be a direct admission, so somebody can be trained in a 2-year program at the community college, a 4-year program at the university, or even a graduate program at Cornell. It's something I'm very happy about, and that it's something that, again, adds to the fabric of the over 104, where's David? Over 104 wineries here in the greater Finger Lakes region. Thank you, and without further ado, my colleague and good friend, Tom O'Mara.
Thank you very much, Mike. It's indeed my pleasure to be here today to join in this celebration and dedication of the Seneca Scenic Byway as the board. Bruce worked so hard for so long to get this done. It's been a pleasure to be able to serve some small part in our legislative role to pass the required state legislation. The Senator Nozzolio and I sponsored in the Senate, but nothing gets done in Albany until it passes 2 houses of the legislature. So our Assembly colleagues, Brian Cole, who represents Seneca County, was unable to be here today, unfortunately. He sends his best wishes and regards. I spoke to him yesterday. And we have Assemblyman Chris Friend, who represents Schuyler County, and Assemblyman Philip Palmisano, who through redistricting this year will be representing Schuyler County next year and the southern half of Seneca County. So they'll have a chance to speak in a few minutes, but we work together very well on issues in Albany to get things done through both houses. As Dave Seeley mentioned, we're constantly working on ways to improve agribusiness opportunities here in New York State, particularly in the Finger Lakes area with help for our wineries. The breweries we've seen come up, the distillery right down the road. I want to thank all the local officials, the Schuyler County legislators from my side of the byway here to do that. The Town of Hector and Supervisor Ben Dickens, who is here today to work to help get this done. And it's my pleasure today, on behalf of, and we'll present this officially when the assemblymen get up here, but what's called a pen certificate, which is a copy of what the governor, and he's actually signed this, of the bill, which is an act to amend the highway law in relation to adding the Seneca Lake Scenic Byway into the state Scenic Byway system. So we'll present that, George, to you and the board after we have Assemblyman Friend and Palmisano come on up and say a few words.
It's a very beautiful day to be here, even if it is a little overcast. My name is Chris Friend. I am the current Assembly member for Schuyler County. And when part of the board came to visit my office, it was very apparent that a lot of thought and foresight went into putting this together, and a lot of effort had gone into this. And I'm very grateful to have been able to play just a small role in that by helping pass this in the Assembly. It did come in very late last year, and we worked hard through the rest of this past year to make sure that it got to the floor and did pass in the Assembly. And just want to say congratulations to the board and all the community members that came together. I had that opportunity before I was a member of the Assembly to serve on a similar board in the town of Big Flats, working on a comprehensive plan. And it's programs like this, especially here on 414, where you're looking to combine that cultural heritage and the agriculture and the history and the cemeteries that are here, things that people that are passing through because they're tourists don't necessarily know that's right there and they're passing it. This Scenic Byway is going to give them that opportunity to stop off and see all that, spend a little more time here, and gain a little more insight into our lives and our culture, our history that we're all very proud about, and that I'm especially proud about, having grown up here and spent an awful lot of time on Seneca Lake. So again, congratulations to the board and all the community. You've done a great job. Thanks.
Hello everyone, it's an absolute privilege and honor to be here today as you celebrate this great achievement. I'm new to the area from a representative perspective, but I used to work for Senator Winter, and I remember the efforts that has been ongoing for quite some time, and to see this day come to fruition is just a great accomplishment and achievement. And to the board, to the community members, the local officials, the Adams family, for everything everyone's done to make this happen. It was a privilege for me to work with Senator Nozzolio, Senator O'Mara, Assemblyman Friend, and Assemblyman Kolb to sponsor this legislation, do our small part, but it's really you, the people, the community members who are really the driving force, and we just thank you, and we value the partnership to continue working with you on projects that are so important like this. So thank you for the opportunity to be here, and of course the governor for his efforts in signing this legislation. So thank you all for being here, congratulations, and enjoy the rest of the day.
Congratulations. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Thank you for all the support. Thank you. Okay, at this time I just have a couple of quick notes. Number one, when the board looks for the next board that carries on the corridor management plan, we're going to be looking for people who have a commitment to hard work and roll up their sleeves and are dedicated in an example that Bruce had set for us. And to that end, I want to say thank you, thank you, thank you to all of our stakeholders who have arrived here to help make this a very special celebration. I would ask you to please stay and enjoy when we get done with the ribbon cutting, and to patronize your businesses. These are your neighbors, your friends, people who make this a special place to live. And last but certainly not least, because when we need them most is when we're feeling the worst, I'd like to have a shout out to the fire company. Voice Logan Hector Fire Company. So those who have donated equipment here, thank you. I really appreciate it. I welcome everyone who's not had the opportunity to really experience what goes on around here, to enjoy it. We're in the middle of harvest, so it's a really, really stressful time for all these guys trying to get their crops out. So with that, I'll conclude. We're going to I'd like everyone to kind of take your time processing out here for a second. We'll let law enforcement prepare ourselves for the ribbon cutting. We'll conduct the ribbon cutting, hopefully have an opportunity for people to take some pictures, and then we'll all be going undercover because Mother Nature is going to give us a little liquid sunshine. Thank you.
Where's the ribbon cutting?
Danica.
Thank you.
I want to.
They asked us all to join them and put your sides to the side. We're join for conversation and
Okay, well, we do that.
I have to get going to work, Senator. I'm a Midden Skylar and myself to Senator O'Mara, and I was a resident of Schuyler County, and my children went to Trumansburg School District, and to say that we are opposed to the energy facility occurring on the other side of the lake and to hydrofracking in Hector, Schuyler County, and across New York State, and that if you could please take the time to read our letter and to know that there are folks against hydrofracking in the energy facility. It's a pleasure meeting them. That's it.
Thank you.
Hey,